Hey there sexy PlayStation gamers, and welcome to Pure PlayStation's review of Spirit Hunter Deathmark. Spirit Hunter Deathmark is a game I wanted to play for a long time, and in a recent sale I finally jumped into its creepy world of countering curses and thwarting spirits. It's more than your typical visual novel, and it manages to scare up a lot of fun. If you're wanting some chills and thrills in a horror game, this one is surprisingly good. It starts with you following an amnesiac main character to a spooky mansion to try to fix the weird bite mark on his arm. Other characters with the same strange mark begin showing up, and a talking doll lets everyone know that they've been cursed by a spirit. Unlike some visual novels, this story jumps right into the action. That action takes place in the form of an investigation split over different chapters. You hear a legend of a certain spirit and go to a location to look for clues. This is where the game veers off from other visual novels too. Aside from speaking to other characters and reading on-screen text, you'll be shining your flashlight fearfully into dangerous forests and abandoned school classrooms to look for clues and items. The items are critical to solving the mystery of and eventually defeating a spirit to free someone from their curse. As you shine your flashlight, parts of the screen will twinkle, indicating there is something there for you to check. It can range from simple text that fleshes out the world to a critical item that will allow you to move forward in the game. This is usually accomplished by solving a puzzle with your items that opens up a new area or allows you to see something new. Since you're normally given more items than you need, a fight against a spirit uses all the clues obtained so far to tell you which items you need to use and when. That's not the only dangerous part of the game. The live or die sections force you to answer questions or make decisions before your soul power runs out. The soul power acts as a timer that runs down until you make a choice, so you have to choose quickly. Answering incorrectly will take a chunk of your soul power as a penalty. If you run out completely, you're dead. However, death is not the end. When you die, you can restart the live or die sequence and make better choices or restart a boss fight. Besides having to play it again, there's really no heavy penalty for dying, and you'll receive feedback when you make a mistake. The overall narrative is pretty good. Each of the spirits has its own tortured history for you to unravel. Each of the characters you meet in a chapter have just enough personality and problems to keep you invested in saving them, and ultimately in saving yourself. Spirit Hunter Deathmark's strengths are its ambience and art. The sound is simple but very effective. There's a real sense of dread that permeates most of the game that is far more effective than constantly drenching every frame in blood and guts, although that's well represented too. The environmental noises keep you on edge and make you wonder when that next horrific discovery will be made, and there are little things that pop up in the environment when you look. It manages tension incredibly well by ramping up and releasing at regular intervals. The art is fantastic too. Although generally simple like the audio, it communicates everything you need to get a feel for wherever you are, but there are some exceptions to the simplicity. Without sounding like some kind of deviant, the murder art is stunning and beautiful. Never thought I'd say that. Finding a dead body or a living body in peril can be gross or bloody, but it can also be incredibly intricate and striking. These are scattered through the game, and they can be a punch to the gut when you don't expect it. You can revisit these in the gallery. Although it's mostly great, it's not all sunshine and corpses in the art. Characters could stand more variety, since it seems like they are limited to 2 poses for any response or emotion. The one other thing I found a little annoying was the use of they in the translation. You can choose to take certain characters with you, and you'll have to do that to solve some puzzles. I'm guessing it was easier to add a generic they in the game than programming she or he for each character. Without being the pronoun police, it took me out of the experience a little. Spirit Hunter Deathmark is a great visual novel that took an estimated 10 hours or so to complete, and I was hooked the entire time. It leaves the story open at the end, and a sequel has already been released. If it's as much fun as this one, I can't wait to play it. For more news, reviews, and original content, connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on PurePlaystation.com by clicking on the links in the info box. As always, please remember to subscribe so we can bring you more content like this, or even better. But no promises.